Hi, Pooks. Okay, dear Pooks and friends, I have popped off May the way I will be spending May, i.e., at a reading retreat hosted by Aw. And yeah, so we just been here at this Airbnb reading our little faces off, drinking of faces. We've been watching book adaptations. Recess has been on in the background because when I read, I like to have some background. And then, yeah, reading. And I decided my reading goal for the month will be 10 books. And I've only completed it once in life. LOL, y'all remember when I tried to read 20 books in 1 month? But I know I can do 10, so I'm happy about that. I have already finished 3 books. Just Our Luck by Denise Williams, The Wedding People, Bad Men, which every woman should read. And I'm currently finishing The Witchcraft of Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. So of these 10 books, like half of them will be books that I started but haven't finished. And then the other half, books that I have that I want to be able to read this month. God of the Woods is also something I started and haven't finished. I think those are all the book club books for this month. No, it's not. Book club, it is Legends and Lattes. No, that's June. Okay. Hold, please. Okay, yes. Book club this month is God of the Woods, which I have been reading for a very, very, very long time. Heard all the hoopla, and I am trying my best. And then All the Other Mothers Hate Me. That's another book club book. I think I'll like that one because it sounds funny. I don't read blurbs, but like the first little sentence was like, so-and-so is a 13-year-old boy who's missing. Everyone cares, but I don't because he's a little shit. And I'm like, oh, like I understand that. So one day I will finish God of the Woods, preferably before book club, and then All the Other Mothers Hate Me, also for book club. And then I have Mystery Book Club in June, and we're reading One of Our Kind by Nicola Yoon. So I hope to finish that one this month. And then a friend of mine, she just knows that I love reading, no matter who, what, when, where, or why. But she was like, Taylor, when was the last time you read for yourself? And I was like, oh, because like I work at a bookstore, I buy books, but how often do I read the books that I buy for me, which is what I bought them for, because I have all these other book club books to read, or podcast books to read, or review books to read. I will also let you know the last book I reviewed was Love is a War Song by Danica Nava, and I got an ARC and it's coming out in July, and write it down on your TBR right now because it's the best thing I've ever read. So when it comes to like Taylor books, for Taylor to enjoy, and there's like no obligations, it's just read, love, thank you. The first book I will be reading is First Time Caller. I believe her name is Amy somebody. I'll probably be reading The Rising Order. That's a lie. I will be reading, The New Order, book 2 from The Rising Order by Claire Eisenthal. And then, I don't know what other books I have. I'll be reading The Next Big Fling, I think that's what it's called. I really like the cover. It's like a pinkish. I really, really like the cover. Like the cover is really giving. Speaking of beautiful pink covers, that should be an easy read. The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton. I really want to read that. Last Girl Standing. These are just books that I have bought and I haven't read, nor have I put on my TBR shelf, so I might as well just like start there, even though technically I should start at the TBR, but this is what we're doing. I'll be reading First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, or I just read this book, The Podcast, but I'm really excited to read it also for myself because I'll be hopefully meeting BK at Romance Con because she's an attending author and I'm an attending author. I want to keep reading more Romance Con authors because the more the merrier. Ooh, another book that I would love to read this month, but it's book club, but it's also for me because it's another person at Romance Con, is Julian Winters, I Think They Love You. So I'm excited to read that. Literally my TBR haunts me 24/7, but then when I am like trying to be like, oh, which books do I want to read from my TBR? I like can't see them right now for some reason. And then, of course, I have my library books. I have Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. And while we're on Alice Feeney, I actually want to read Beautiful Ugly as well, because Alice Feeney, she be writing some fucked up shit, and it's so funny. Me and Bev saw her recently, and Bev read her latest, Beautiful Ugly, and Bev's like, yeah, I don't think she's okay. I'm not going to read her anymore. So I really, really, really want to get to Beautiful Ugly, but I want to finish Daisy Darker. So Alice Feeney, Daisy Darker, Beautiful Ugly. I have Counting Miracles by Nicholas Sparks. I have read every one of his books, but I'm not about to read this M. Night Shyamalan book. I don't need it. And then I also have Lights Out available, and it was a recommendation. And I was so excited about the recommendation, but now that I'm learning more about the book, I'm like, what the hell? Why would you think I want to read that? I think it's about like, if it's about cannibalism, I will lose my shit because I can't. And then what I'm currently reading from the library is A Flicker in the Dark. And I like it, like it's reading really fine, quick. It's a mystery, da-da-da. However, if homegirl says flicker one more again, and I'm only like 11% in, and it's just like flicker, flicker, flicker. And I'm like, please don't. Please don't. I also want to start A Girl Like Us by Anna Sophia somebody. I recently met her, and she used to write YA, I think, and then this is her first mystery, so I want to get into that. So per usual, I have plenty to read, and I actually have the time because I'm not going to be writing this month. After this week, I hope to get my manuscript for book 1 to Azaria so she can do her edits, and then I can get back to it in June. But yeah, this month is all about reading. It's all about me because it's my birthday month. And yeah, I'm just really going to be leaning into things that make me happy, things that bring me joy, because this is the month of Tay. Some people in Indiana says this is May, but it's actually Tay. So, is anything happening this month besides the celebration of my birth? Yes, this is a very chill month, and I don't feel like I get enough time to chill, so I'm definitely going to enjoy it to the best of my ability. And also, I live in Indiana, and I guess our state flower is the peony, but Indianapolis don't give two fucks about our peony. Thus, the bookstore I work at is in Noblesville, and apparently they have a peony fest every year. So I'm excited to like see a part of that, get some merch, because I look for merch, and I heard there's mimosas available. So yes, birth of Taylor, celebrate a peonies equals May.